Hello, my name is Kate.
And I'm Cecily. And it's Halloween!
This is also the Sweet and Spicy Podcast.
I'm very excited.
But Halloween is more exciting. Today we have a creature with us. It's a creature that you hear all the time. It's a little jinx. She is here all the time, just not in the room. You guys hear her a lot. But let me see if I can show her for the YouTube crowd. And those of you who listen and you want to see our dog, you want to see my dog, head on over to YouTube.
Tis not my dog. Cecily keeps only cats.
Come here. Come here. I know, you're very smart. Come here.
This is Halloween.
Hi, thank you for paw. That's not what I asked for. What?
She does not care.
You can see little ears. There we go. Hi. Good job. Good job. This is my baby. Can't see. Oh, there we go.
She's not cooperating whatsoever.
No. She's a sweet baby, though. She's very tired right now. We played for a while before we started recording. She's my little blue healer. I have a bluey. She's my favorite. She does so many tricks. She's very good.
Bluey.
Most of the time. She's smart. So she's got the bluey-tude. And I have a female, so again, she's got the bluey-tude. So if you see my camera moving, those of you on YouTube, please blame the dog.
And I apologize for the ungodly amount of noises in last week's episode. I don't even know what all they were.
Yeah, there were a lot of noises.
I don't even know what they were. Perhaps it was the spookies.
That's me!
Wow. Anywho.
I just hit my microphone.
Seriously.
What is up with this week?
I don't know, you're fired. It's the spooky.
You can't fire me. You'd have to edit by yourself.
We all know I don't do that.
Okay, spooky. Cecily, what is today's episode?
Today, for Halloween, and for those of you into the mystical, happy Samhain, the pagan,
Samhain!
Whichever you prefer. I literally just finished this book, and I found it because I went on TikTok, and I was like, smutty Halloween books. Boy, did I find a winner. And I'm actually very pleased I found this book. It is called Ghost, Book 1 of the Halloween Boys by Kat Blackthorne. Ooh. And it's fantastic. There's 4 in this series, and I'm already ready to roll into the next one. Nice. Because I want to know what happens next and next and next.
I'm excited. You've been talking about this since you've been reading it. And you've been
like,
it's so good. So
it is very good. I like Kat Blackthorne, all of her little author's notes and letters. First, before we get too much further, late triggers.
Before we get any further, please enjoy our intro music while I plug in my laptop, because apparently it got unplugged.
Wow. We never pause for that anymore.
I know we don't. I typically just find a place to play.
Musical interlude.
What, do you want to get on my lap now? She's been so much more of a lap dog, too.
As long as she calms down.
Yeah, she prefers the cold weather.
She flying jump, don't we all? It is, for those of you who don't know, obviously our hearts are with those in Jamaica. Living in Florida, yes. We know the devastating effects of a hurricane, but obviously what's going on in the islands right now is just gut-wrenching to see, so close to the holidays and everything.
Part of my city, even just from the little bits of rain that we've been getting, is flooded. A bunch of people have already lost their homes due to floods from the My husband just got home.
Yeah. And near where we're at, we had a whole road wash out and some sinkholes, so it's pretty crazy. Nature is not one to be trifled with. So, But despite that, it is still, I don't remember where I was going with my train of thought.
We still hope the best for you in Jamaica and safety.
And I was going into, that's what I was going into. Obviously, you know, your safety is paramount. But also, with that weather, we've received cooler weather in Florida.
We have. And I must say, I do enjoy the cold weather. It was 50-some degrees with a high of like low 70s.
That's peak Florida weather.
So many people are super jealous of our weather right now. But this is like our winter,
We typically don't get this weather until December,
We don't
January.
get it until like December, January. Sometimes not even February.
Like, I know Halloween is actually going to be chilly for us tomorrow. So anywho, what was I doing? I was diving into the triggers. Blood play, biting, bondage, dubious consent, occultism, monster sex, graveyard sex, church sex, size difference, virginity, biting, witchcraft, demon possession, stalking, homicide, suicide, not on page, suicidal ideations, domestic abuse. I had to come back and look at your face because I'm on a different tab. Drugs, mentions of self-harm, death, hauntings, graphic descriptions of murder, graphic sexual encounters, including MF and MM, no protection, fluids, light degradation play, voyeurism, kidnapping, alcohol, themes and mentions of Satanism and religious culture, researched and accurate depictions and descriptions of demonic entities some readers may find disturbing. I love her because you could tell she's into the spooky, the craft, because she went for, like, legitness. What is your giggles?
My giggles are because those of you on YouTube will have seen that I almost just fell on my ass from the broken chair.
Wow.
Cecily couldn't see me, that's why Cecily didn't say nothing.
No, because I had to flip to the other tab instead of doing the divided screen. So here's her author's note, because I've decided that me and Kat Blackthorne could be besties if I ever meet her. Dear Halloween lover, if this book is in your paws, then you likely have some idea what you're getting into. You read the blurb, saw the cover, and thought, yeah, I'm into that. It's my every hope that you find this tale to be cozy and comforting in all its darkness. It's not gore, there is violence, villains, red substance play, graphic love scenes with non-dubious consent, and more. This is a cozy, spooky, spicy Halloween why choose monster romance, with lots of fun creatures, occult, and Satanism themes. This book is intended for mature readers. Check the content, blah, blah. Each immortal character, being, and creature in this book was written under the careful advisement of an esoteric and occult master. The depictions, likenesses, proclivities, among other things, are real. Enjoy every spooky bite. And then,
that's cool.
The dedication. To the demons throwing birds at my window while I wrote this, you can stop. I think I made you proud with this one. To the girls like me who wear black, sleep with stuffed animals, and don't quite fit in, I wrote this for you. Choose your monster, and I really hope you pick the one inside yourself.
Oh, that's cute.
You can also scan QR codes for a playlist and a mood board. I haven't done that yet, but I am super excited to.
Also, Miss Author, the monster inside of myself scares me.
Well, you have to learn to embrace it.
Cecily, we both know that's a really bad idea.
I embrace my monster. I also love that she puts really cool quotes at the beginning of each chapter. Like the first one is from Stevie Nicks. I am pretty fearless, and you know why? Because I don't handle fear very well. I'm not a good terrified person. And each one has like a little quote that goes with the whole thing. So let me just roll right into this. This was written in 2022. So I feel like it's still kind of new enough.
3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that I am going to do the if you don't want to listen further kind of deal. But I'm still not going to tell you everything, even if you want a little more detail. Because it's just, if you're into it, it's worth the read. Very excited. Very pleased.
See, I can't cut out myself, so we're just going to listen and learn all of this information, and then you're going to tell me more about it later, because I have a guess that this book is going to be one of those books that Kate would have loved.
Yes, Kate should read these books. So,
Okay.
Anywho, sorry, while I fidget. Our main character is Blythe Pearl. You open up with the story. She is on the run from her abusive stepfather. He's been chasing after her state after state. He always finds her, and every time he does, he sends her a letter. But the letter is blank. There's nothing on it.
Wait, one more. Sorry. I think I was zoning out. Or what is the name of this book again?
Ghost, the Halloween Boys, Book 1.
Okay. I think this is on my TBR.
Yes, well, it should be.
I think I found it on Instagram one day.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. Yeah.
The thirst trapping, the cover art, the story. I
get caught by the thirst traps all the time.
Listen, I'm giving this 5 out of 5. Very spicy.
You put a masked man on the cover, I'm gonna read
There's
it.
a masked man on the cover. We got shifting. We've got creatures, witchiness, spookiness.
We got shifted.
I love this book so much.
I just finished the Shifter book too. Oh, I'm excited.
5 out of 5 stars. Okay. 5 out of 5 on spice, plot, all of it. Top tier. Very excited. Very pleased with my findings. Thank you, TikTok. Or I guess I should say book talk. So Blythe Pearl, on the run from her stepfather, he sends her these blank letters, which is really creepy if you think about it, because it says, to her, it's like it says nothing. And they always show up because he always finds her, and she can't figure out how the heck he always finds her, because she doesn't stay long, she doesn't make friends. But it's a shitty life for someone in their 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up in the town called Ash Grove, which is like an idyllic little town that has a Halloween festival that lasts all month long. As she's there, she starts to notice all these odd little things. There's a witchy store that also sells clothing, and she befriends one of the girls there, and there's like little bits and pieces that you're like, are they real witches? What is this? She's renting a basement apartment from Mr. and Mrs. Moore, which is the older couple. And Mr. Moore is just a sweet little old man who sweeps the street every day.
Aww.
Like, the literal street. And I am not going to tell you what happens about that, but it was like, there's a part about that towards the end of the book that is like heart crushing, but also heart happy at the same time. Absolutely beautiful.
I, just based on that, would you like to hear my idea of what this is based on your reaction and how you said this?
Go ahead. You're probably completely wrong, but go right ahead.
Potentially. Does he die and leave her the
Nope.
entire apartment thing? Oh, thank God. Does he die?
Not exactly.
Is he dead? He's already dead, isn't he?
I have a story I'm telling. So Ash Grove is this amazing
He's
town.
already dead.
There's all these townspeople, and everyone kind of like figures out who she is and sees her right away, and they're like, we don't get a lot of new people in this town. That's because, you come to find out, the town is warded. The town doesn't exist on the map.
Okay.
So she gets there. She is working at like a little Indian food place, living in the dude's basement. She's like, this is actually a nice town. I really like it here. I wish I could stay. But she knows eventually she'll have to leave because her stepfather will find her and she'll have to be on her way.
Okay.
Which sucks. But she does go to therapy, which her therapist has diagnosed her with like disassociations and daydreams and all kinds of stuff. Because she does have these like random blackout daydreams and things, and you're like, well, you know, tough life, because basically her stepfather murdered her mother,
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
and rather than her, and she was too freaked out to do anything, and so when he called the cops, he called it a suicide, and nobody questioned it, and she didn't say anything.
Well, yeah, I would be terrified too.
So she knows that's not what happened, and he knows that's not what happened, but that's how it went down. So pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He did get arrested at one point and sent to jail, but then got out, she says. So she's like, I'm on the run, but she doesn't really tell anybody this. You know this as the reader, but she doesn't tell anybody because that's the reason why she's always on the run. The couple of times he's found her when someone's been helping her, she's been made a friend, he kills them too. They get hurt. And so she doesn't want to get close to anyone because she doesn't want anyone to get hurt. So one day she's there for like an emergency therapy session because she's having like a spell. The regular therapist is busy, but Dr. Ames Cove is available to help her.
His name is Cove, or his name is Ames?
His name is Ames.
Okay.
Ames, and his last name is Cove. Cove.
Okay. So he's Dr. Cove, but everybody calls him Dr. Ames?
Whichever.
Okay.
He's got, this is probably why I like this character so much, Clark Kent vibes.
That tracks for you.
The dark hair, pale face, strong jaw, tall, muscly man. Hot stuff, okay? He's got the Clark Kent thing. It does track for me. Listen, Superman and all the actors who've played him are a quintessential brown-haired, blue-eyed white man. I get that. I understand that. But damn it if they're not attractive. That's just, like, if you just Google everybody who's ever played Superman, with the exception of the new guy, I am opposed. Because they did Henry Cavill wrong. They did him dirty. I am opposed.
I mean, that's not the actor's fault, though.
I don't care. I refuse. I am opposed on principle. Okay. Anywho, if you go, like, look at all their faces, they could be freaking related, because they make sure to get, like, except for Dean Cain. I don't know why the hell he put in there. Anywho, I digress. That's a tangent, but a good one.
You have two types. That is one of your types. What's your other type, Cecily?
Hispanic men. Y'all are so attractive. It's very rude. Anywho, continuing.
I mean, to be fair, I like dark long-haired,
It's not quite the same vibe of the
brown men.
Tall, dark brown. It's a little different. But anywho.
Mine is, yeah, I mean, technically, the one that I'm married to is, but I do like the taller, dark brown. So, dark-haired brown.
Listen, tall, dark, and handsome has just always been a thing. But anywho, so she's
especially when they have tattoos. Yes. My bookmen are great. I love my bookmen.
So, Dr. Cove is like, I can squeeze you in. I had a cancellation. They go in, and she's like, oh my god, I'm having inappropriate thoughts about the therapist. And she's a virgin, so she's like, I don't even know where these thoughts are coming from, but oh my god.
Just because you're a virgin don't mean you don't have those thoughts.
Yeah, well. Anywho, he talks to her. He's very friendly, kind of just lets her talks her down from her freak out that she's having. She's like, all right, thanks. And then, when she leaves, she has regrets that she can't be a normal person and couldn't, meet him on the street and, all this other stuff because he doesn't seem that much older than her. Maybe in his 30s and she's in her late 20s-ish, mid-20s. Mm-hmm. And that's how she meets him. She meets Yesenia at the witchy shop. And she learns about, and he even tells her too, she learns about the Hallows Fest, which is their secret festival in the woods. And everybody goes. It's a big Halloween thing. Everybody dresses up. Everybody's masked, so you don't know who they are. And it's a big, cool Halloween party in the woods. And they have, live bands and stuff. So, she's like, ooh, that sounds exciting. So, Dr. Cove, you learn, is not just merely a psychiatrist.
Okay.
And he kind of starts setting up some things, and he starts stalking her because he, with whatever is going on with him, you don't learn about it right away. He and his friends, Wolfgang, and Onyx,
Okay.
they have a little group called the Halloween Boys, also with another guy called Judas.
Okay.
And they have to satiate their bloodlust by killing people. But what they do is they kill bad people. So her rolling into town, he's like, her fear, I can feel her fear, it's wonderful, but like, he's all about ready to kill someone because he can scent her fear, and you're thinking, oh shit, he's gonna be after her. Because he starts stalking her, because he's into stalking.
Like most of the men we
But then
gravitate towards in these books.
So a few chapters on, though, you learn that he's not stalking her to hurt her. He's stalking her to catch the stepfather to kill him.
Oh. Okay.
So they kill bad guys. Dexter vibes. Excellentness. Wolfgang is a journalist, and she reads an article from him that talks about Hallows Fest because she's curious about it, but no one really talks about it because it's secretive. But Dr. Cove sets up a thing where the witches put whatever clothes she wants, costume-wise, on his tab. And when she makes friends with Yesenia and goes in there, and she's like, oh, we actually have a program that like donates costumes to people who come through who are new. So she like gives her all these costumes, and it's like, think slutty Halloween costumes. So she's a little fox. So she gets like a fox mask and like an orange bodysuit with like a corset. And this is a plus size rep, so we're talking thickums. And
I will say
fishnets.
I am enjoying that there are a lot more plus size representatives in books nowadays too. There's a lot of greater diversity of body types, and it's not just, you know, what I was used to reading in like fan fiction and Wattpad era, which is she was skinny like a twig, but she was also super strong, but also she was light as a feather, and she needed help, but also she could defeat everybody, and also she's just not like other girls.
Yeah.
So I am glad that there is better characters, but also like more variety within our characters in books now.
She's very curvaceous. She's also a bit goth anyway, wears dark clothes, has vintage band t-shirts. Very cool chick. So she randomly meets Wolfgang, the journalist, at a diner. He like or wait, that wasn't him, that was Onyx. She randomly meets Onyx at the diner. He walks up with the crossword and asks her like, what's a 6-letter word for like walking away quietly or something, and like chats her. And she's like, you just randomly chat with every stranger in a diner? And he's just checking in because he knows his boy Ames has eyeballed her, and everybody's kind of eyeballing her. Then she does meet Wolfgang, and it kind of goes on, and they're like meeting up, and Dr. Cove tells her, I have like a support group where if you want, we just like a free therapy group at this old church. The support group is just him and his buds, the Halloween boys, chatting. But she goes, and then she like kind of falls asleep. But you learn the falling asleep is actually a power Onyx has. Because what you come to learn is that Dr. Cove is actually Ghost, and he is a demon, an archdemon. So he's pretty much like right up there in the hierarchy of hell. Wolfgang is a wolf shifter.
Okay.
And Onyx is a hybrid, half vampire, half dragon.
That's an awesome name for a hybrid. A
His
dragon
name is
vampire.
Onyx Stone.
That is hilarious, but also a great name for a vampire dragon hybrid.
It's legit. So she's kind of hanging out with them, getting to know them. Yesenia has the witch store, and her grandmother runs it. They are legit witches. Her grandmother's the crone of the coven.
Anytime anybody says crone, I just think of those videos by Alex something or Alexander something. I think it's Alex something. Alec Daniels, or I don't remember his full name. I'm so sorry, but he's always he's dressed up as the crone, and he's always got.
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, I'll send him to you later, but it's hilarious. He like goes and he's like, "Well, dearie, if you put on a corset, you'll look better and catch a prince better." It's like, what?
I mean,
and it's like, that's a tall drink of water. It's crone time, bitches. It's like, what? I'll have to send it to you. I love it.
And that tangent was brought to you by Kate.
Kate, who has worked all week and is also kind of sick, so.
They try to... So they kind of start talking about her, and they're trying to figure out how they're not able to sense this guy, because no one has came into Ash Grove in 20 years.
Oh.
But she managed to get in. So very strange. The stepfather managed to get in. A letter showed up for her. She's freaking out, and she tries to run, but Cove is able to stop her.
See, I know where this is going, so I won't say anything because you told me. But honestly, I would have probably guessed from you just being like, no one else could get in.
So anyhow, at one point they're like, we should just tell her. So they take her to the old library at the high school.
Okay.
Because she's already like, Cove one night gave her his varsity jacket from like 1941, and she's like, oh, is this vintage? And like, was it your grandpa's? And he's like, yeah, something like that.
Sure.
So what you come to find out, Ash Grove, there was a strange phenomena that started happening in the 1820s, 1822. And everybody's been died in time ever since. They're stuck.
Oh, we got a once upon a time situation.
A little bit, but better.
Yeah, because it's a
So
time loop. That one's not a time loop. That one's just like a amnesia loop. Here you go.
That one's a whole
here.
cluster. Honestly, once that show got going, I was kind of like, I'm mad at you. So anyway.
It's a good show, but it's so much.
Like, once we got into the third season and onward, I was just like,
after
lost.
the Peter Pan season, which I think was season 3, it kind of, I started to fall off a cliff too.
It was just like, nope.
But honestly, Hook,
Hook was a hottie.
Honestly, though, I was rooting for Peter Pan for some reason. I don't usually root for the blonde ones either.
I mean, for me, he's like a child, but he probably would have been age appropriate for you at the time of the show.
At the time of me watching it, yeah, he would have been age appropriate.
Yeah, he was age appropriate, so that tracks.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just like sitting here like, what the? Oh.
Age appropriate at the time.
Got it.
Also, I think he was like 18 or 19 when he filmed that, so...
So they go to the library, they show her this newspaper clipping that talks about the Halloween boys, and she's like, these guys kind of look like you, and like the words, she can't make out the names, and then they freak out and like knock her out and decide they're not going to tell her. So basically, we're like, this is like 300 and something pages, and we're like getting towards almost 200 pages in, and there's been so many incidences, and like when she goes to the festival, first she meets this vampiress who hits on her. And she's like, ooh, because she's like, I'm into whoever, you know, but she was kind of like, ooh, this is nice. But then she kind of walks away and it's like, I see you've been claimed. And then another vampire finds her and he's like, I did not know, because there's a skeleton-faced man watching her and stalking her at the fest. We don't know who it is at the time. Eventually we learn who it is. None other than Mr. Ghost himself. So she has interactions with him, but she also interacts with the ravens, or the crows, and they call themselves the murder, and they have like a tree house, and she was like hanging out with them, and that was cool. He was cool with that because he likes the birds, but he was like keeping an eye on her from a distance, and it's just, at some point it gets going, and you kind of like, are kind of like, I was sitting here like, this bitch is dumb. Like, really? There's so many like weird instances and signs and things, and I'm like, bitch is dumb. But then all of a sudden she's like confronts him and is like, you're Ghost, you're the Halloween boy, you're from 1822. And she, like, lists how she, like, snuck back to the library on her own to research it. She's like, all the things that she was ignoring started to piece together, and that she was, like, hiding behind the scared rabbit, but really she was, being clever and figuring out. And I'm like, thank God, because for a minute I was worried. I was like, good Lord, girl, it's obvious, all the signs. Because she even goes to the commune with Wolfgang and hangs out with all the little commune because they all live together because they're a freaking wolf pack. And you're just like, ma'am, come on now. So anywho, a whole bunch of stuff happens.
Okay.
And what you come to learn is the stepfather chasing her is not the stepfather. It's using the stepfather's skin. But 'tis not the stepfather. 'Tis another creature, similar to the others. And so he does, they do get him, but they try to warn him that there's still other dangers, and they're like, nah, we're fine now.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on the skin suit. Men in Black?
Not like that. It's just like it's like a body possession because they're demons, they took over his body.
Body possession is way different than skin suit.
Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so the reason
body possession is skin and meat suit, not just skin suit.
Hold your horses. For those of you who are very interested in this book, I will say that a lot of crazy shit happens. You find out some wild, eye-opening stuff. It's really badass. Girl power, awesome stuff. Go read the book. If you want a little bit more spoilery than that, continue listening. I'll wait. Okay. So, if you're still listening, obviously you want some more details. So the stepfather, he's been dead. She killed him. He came after her one day, and she took a knife and stabbed him. She freaked out. She wasn't sad, but she freaked out because she killed him. And she knows she killed him. He bled out, and she sat there with the body for like 2 days because she was freaked out, and then she ran. So when her dead stepfather starts chasing her, that's why she's so freaked out and running through all over the country. That's why I said it's kind of like a skin suit, because it's possessing a body, but that body is dead.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
This sounds so cool.
It is freaking amazing.
I'm loud today. My bad.
So, one of the crows ends up being like her familiar. So he's like her best buddy because he could actually like shift forms and stuff.
I love familiars.
she comes to realize everyone at the Hallows Fest is actually, they're vamps and pirates and witches and fawns and whatever else is there in the revelry. She also learns the witches hate ghosts because he killed them all. Mm-hmm. Whether intentionally, unintentionally, we haven't quite got into all of that. She also goes to have dinner with Mr. Moore because the basement flooded, so she ended up getting they offered her to work at the witch shop because the food restaurant closes early in all of October because they would be into spooky, and they say she could live in the apartment above it. She's like, that cabinet has everything you need. It's like a magical supply cabinet, so anything she needs it like creates. And she's like, this is amazing. So it's like, there's all these things that were there. Ghost finally, he won't let her leave, and then they have a big fight because he's like got her staying at his house for safety. And he gets so frustrated with her, and he's like, I want you. And she thinks he just like wants to fuck her and go on. So she gets pissed, and they fight for like a week. Onyx and Wolfgang are still around hanging out with her, but she's so mad and so upset. And then finally, the thing came after her, and she goes to run, and she ends up, he stops her, like I said, but also finally, after he saved her and everything, and he told her, he's like, I don't just want you, I care about you. We killed him, da da da, all this other stuff. So the first time they're together, he eats her out, and his, like, demon is, like, desperately trying to shift, because before she got there, he was having issues shifting into his true demon form, and now he's, like, having trouble containing it, because the demon wants her so bad, and his tongue shifts into his demon fork tongue.
Tell me more.
So she hangs out with him by day, and she's noticed that she hasn't seen the skeleton face guy at the Hallows Fest. Well, one night he's there, and then he disappears, and she goes, oh no, and she chases him down. Well, she chases him down to the cemetery where he guards the grounds where the dead are.
Okay.
And the ground is, like, all active, because there shows him where he's gone and talked to his familiar there before, and they're like, one of the souls escaped and all this other stuff. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And she's like, I know who you are. And he's like, do you? And, like, he takes her, and he's like, are you sure you know? And she's like, yep. And she tells him how she went and figured it out, and he's like, you're standing on me, and it's a tombstone for James Cove, from 1822, where he was dead. But he ended up coming back in this demon form.
That's why his name's Ames.
And then he takes her virginity in the graveyard on his tombstone.
At least he's not desecrating someone else's grave.
Fair point. He also is unable to help himself, and as soon as his penile makes entrance, he be shifted into his demon. So baby girl got demon dick for her first time. And she liked it a lot.
Honestly, though, right? We joke about how, like, oh my goodness, it's their first time, and oh my goodness, they got this. Girl, that would hurt. You would not, you would be so sore, you would not be able to go for more than the first round.
Man, they do validate the soreness. However, man looks down and goes, your blood looks so good on my cock.
That's a common thing with the virgins. And the shifters.
And I was just like, sir. So anywho, but then he like makes her run, because he's like, I can't just take over and take her. I will break her, even though I want to.
He's like, I want to see you break, but I really shouldn't.
But little girly pop is like wanting it, and so she thinks he's gonna come hunt her down and get her in the forest. So she's like hiding, waiting for him. And then, the stepfather demon thing finally shows up. So they have to battle that out. And then...
Man, girl thinks she gonna get her brand new demon boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't nothing like freshly banged out waiting in the woods for, like, more freaky time. And then instead your dead demon effed up stepfather shows up trying to kill you. Trying to get you. So that's mentally taxing.
A little bit.
So anywho, he catches up, and she has some help, and all kinds of cool shit goes down, and then they think everything's okay, and they're just kind of living in this cursed town, because when he fucks her, he claims her. He said he wasn't going to claim her, because Wolfgang and Onyx are also interested in her. And he said he wasn't...
so he was like, I'm not going to do that to my besties.
Well, no.
Yeah,
no,
I'm going to do that to my besties.
It wasn't about the besties. It was about her. He's like, I'm not going to do
this. No,
it
was about her trying to choose.
Well, because now she's stuck being immortal with him in this town. Because he claimed her without really explaining anything. So he didn't want to do that to her. He didn't give a fuck about his besties.
No.
Because he was like, oh, you thought the demon told you the truth? They're very mean to each other, but it's funny. So... some more stuff happens after that, and basically she embraces who she really is at the end, and it's freaking awesome. And
was she like his long lost love or something? Because that would be cute. I doubt.
Nope. It is
I was
so
gonna
much.
say I doubt it, but
so much better than that. So much better. Like whatever you're thinking, it is
Aw.
so much better than that. It is so awesome. It is so cool. It is so powerful. I was so
and
pleased.
you're gonna tell me after this episode.
I don't think I am.
No, I don't have time to read it.
So anywho,
Please.
those are my more in-depth spoilers for those of you who just had to know a little more information. But I'm telling you, go read the book. It's worth it. And I will finish 2 through 4. And I don't know if they'll be single episodes or if I'll combine them just to finish it out. But happy freaking Halloween. Happy Samhain. Very excited. Halloween Boys is legit. Kat Blackthorne has earned a spot on my new top 10 favorite authors list. You're welcome. It's if you are into all the spooky and the creepy and the dark and everything, go read
This
it.
is literally a Kate book. I am so goddamn excited to read it.
Listen, after reading, Dead Love and then hearing about Moonflower and all of this spooky shit, I've realized that I am much creepier than I ever realized. So
I love the creepy books because it gets me out of what, the mundane day-to-day that we live in, and books are escapes. And yes, I do love the cheesy rom-coms every once in a while.
we do need to bring a few of those. But I feel like we'll have a lot of those for Christmas. I think we'll do a lot of those for Christmas.
There's gonna be a lot of
Hallmark Christmas.
I might bring a spooky Christmas one because I saw a book the other day about Krampus.
I have seen one about Krampus. I thought about. Also, I think there's one that's like Ebenezer Scroogey with the ghosts.
There might be.
Who knows? But,
Anyway.
Happy Halloween. The next holiday coming up is Thanksgiving for us in America. And
we will be taking that week off to enjoy with our families and, the retail aspect of Black Friday.
I'm trying
Don't
to
worry,
get away
there
from
will be-
consumerism.
There is one I won't actually go do any Black Friday shopping, but there will be one special episode next month, the week before Thanksgiving.
Excited about that one.
So, I know you are. We're probably, and that episode might have a special guest. Have we decided or not?
Oh, I forgot. I'll ask.
Okay. But yeah, if you like us, if this is the first episode you've heard of us, hello.
Hi! Normally it's not that dark, but
I mean, my books get pretty bad.
it's
pretty
getting
dark.
there. It's getting there. We're getting there.
We're tumbling further and further into
I am
dark
tumbling
romance.
further and further into a graveyard hole.
It's fine.
I mean, it's just
If you
listen.
want updates,
read them.
follow us on Instagram or TikTok, Sweet and Spicy Pod. Or on YouTube, where you can see our faces and you can see my cute dog in the beginning of this video.
And cats that make surprise appearances.
Yes. Sometimes my cats will jump straight up on my back, and it scares me.
You can also see all my animated hand gestures.
Yep. You can
Can't
also
help
see my spooky background of literally an incomplete book thing that I'm busy. So I haven't been able to put up my other 2 shelves that I have done.
Valid. Very valid.
And yeah. And you can, see all of our fun facial expressions. Cecily likes to see what facial expressions she can make with what she says. If she can catch me off guard and take me completely off track with my train of thoughts, too. Which happens a lot.
It's fun.
So welcome. Enjoy the weird. Follow us. YouTube is the same. Sweet and Spicy Pod. I think I said that earlier in this episode.
We're a Sweet and Spicy Pod pretty much everywhere.
I think we are Sweet and Spicy Pod everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The only place we're not is Spotify, which is the Sweet and Spicy Podcast. So
the fully drawn out. It's our government name, Sweet and Spicy Podcast.
Linktree will be in the description below of this video or episode. I don't think you put it in the videos, but if you're listening to audio, it definitely will be there. Audio, it will definitely be there. It's a link.
There is a cute little outro page that has it all on there.
Nice.
I didn't think about a link in the box.
We're still learning, guys. We have not covered a sweet book since last season.
It's been a minute.
Sorry.
A couple of them have been much nicer, though. They've had spice, but they've not been, like... We just haven't covered a no spice one. I would say we've covered sweet ones. We just haven't covered a zero spice. For all you closed door lovers.
If it's got spice in it, I label it spicy.
I don't think we've got any complaints, though. I'm just saying.
No, this is fair. But we will try to incorporate maybe another one of those shortly. Honestly, though, I just have been really into reading my spicy spice. Especially because it's the time of year, you know, you need escapes from the families. And yeah, so follow us, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, do all of that fun stuff. Huh? What'd you say?
Deck the halls and not your family.
So yeah, that's amazing. I will be using that now. I need a shirt that says that.
Oh, they exist.
I'm
Trust
sure
they exist.
All right, that is long tangents. I'm gonna go eat dinner now.
So long.
Bye.
Happy
Halloween.